ready?
Yeah!
Woo! Cold-blooded.
Typically. Fucking the link for this shit. Typically.
So I think.
Oh, we are going. All right.
Let's
Thanks for
get
joining
it!
us. I appreciate this moment with y'all.
Welcome back, baby faces.
Oh, damn. Yo, hold on. There's like a whole
Wait
series
a
of
minute.
things that haven't happened yet.
You gotta put some
Yo.
contraceptives on before you start like that.
Woo!
Right?
Gotta speed it up, speed it up.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Hello.
You want to restart?
Thanks for
Let's
joining
do
us,
it.
whoever's joining us this evening.
Welcome back, baby faces.
Welcome the fuck back,
What's
right?
going on?
Nah, I'm trying to get a link on this.
That's why we can't have nice things. You
I'm
see what I'm
saying that we
saying?
were trying to start the show, but see what happened was
Big over here. something.
Technical. Testicle.
Well- In the meantime,
yes, please.
see, you
Little bit.
guys, we're pulling back the curtain and showing you
Hey.
how assholes wear sunglasses and do it.
No, don't want to put them on.
Yeah, fuck. So this is how we start the show.
Is that White Thunder?
This is White Thunder.
Oh my
All right. If you guys haven't checked this out before,
Oh my god. Old school Joe, I hate you.
Old School Joe, who's not here today,
I'm gonna put the link in the chat, alright?
Sounds good.
he's gonna put the link in the chat. If you're not here, get here. You should be here already. You're 4 minutes late, goddammit. Let's get this shit.
Yes, you're foreman.
This is a soft opening
Absolutely.
of this bottle. So Old School Joe couldn't join us tonight.
He is deceased.
No, he is not deceased. God
Oh,
damn
that's
it.
what I was told.
No, he's very much alive. His name's Old School Joe. We don't want to go throwing that around. But also, pretty chubby Flacco, who's dealing with his things, and
Absolutely.
he'll be alright. He'll be back.
Absolutely.
Miss you
Much
up.
missed. Much
Much
missed.
missed.
See you next week.
Let's get it.
Toast to him.
Welcome.
So we can have nice things.
No nice things. No nice
Also
things.
responsible. We have some of us on antibiotics.
So there's a show we gotta run, right?
Oh, we're doing the show.
Apparently, allegedly.
We're doing
You
the
running
show.
fellas?
Let's get the
Is that what we're
recorded.
doing tonight?
Let's get the recorded opening for the show. We're doing a little bit of everything tonight.
It's a good one tonight. It's a good one. Let's do it.
So, I feel like there was an abundance of wrestling in a matter of days this past weekend.
Yo, you gonna say welcome back, baby faces, or am I gonna smack you up?
I'm gonna start right now. Welcome back, baby faces.
There you go.
man.
Victor Villain out here. Let's see who's making their way to the brand.
Mischief, yeah!
Elite Steve.
JP Savage.
Woo! And yes, we back again in your ears, giving you that fix. But we live.
And in
this
your
week.
eyes.
We're giving you doubles cut.
Oh, my
shit.
god.
They killing us.
We just
They
gave you
killing us.
White Thunder.
Yeah,
Right
that was for
here.
the pre-show. Pre-show, they saw that.
Yeah, for real. Yo, look. HPC is gonna have a pre-show every week.
Oh, here we go.
Alright?
Pre-production, post-production, mid-production.
You guys are gonna get an inside view of what this is.
Absolutely.
Right? We're here to help the community.
Oh my god.
We are the greatest podcast that ever lived,
Oh
that
my
ever
God.
existed, that ever was to be,
Best
and
of
that
the
ever
best.
will be.
Best of the best.
That's
Best
a
of the
lot.
best.
I mean, I just got back from 3 weeks.
I'm
Look at that.
saying though, and you're gonna be crisp.
That's a lot.
So
Right.
we're peeling, we're pulling back the curtain. We're letting you guys see what this is all about. So we gotta lubricate the wheels a little bit,
Just a little bit.
but we're gonna get into.
We're gonna get into that news.
Let's do it.
And one thing that's big that I know you've all heard about,
What's that?
AEW.
What's that?
It's the new promotion.
Oh, them dudes who couldn't get into SmackDown.
Oh, yep, them guys. Unless, I think they got
Oh
rowdy,
my
man.
God.
I think they got
Yeah, I
rowdy.
think-
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's going
I mean,
to
listen. Social media was just electric all week, right? A lot of information being put out. People's heartstrings were being pulled. There's some good news, some bad news. And the minute you grab some information, you took it as facts. And originally on SmackDown, once AEW made their announcement, a wonderful YouTube episode that you can stream that we're going to talk about a little later.
No doubt.
Social media went crazy saying that SmackDown was turning back fans that were wearing AEW merchandise. But as time went on, we found out that wasn't reality, right? There's two guys that were drunk, or a couple people that were just a little too rowdy, and got kicked out.
I don't think it was much to talk about, but some stuff that we did have to talk about. Khan, yo,
Stop stealing my shit.
he's talking about Goldberg, yo.
He's talking about Goldberg.
Talking about Goldberg.
Oh yeah, Tony
What's
Khan.
up,
I
man?
So
heard
he
about
likes him. He says, I spent some time with Bill. You know, I really like Bill. He's one of the greatest and stuff. But he's a household name. I really like him a lot. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Well, no, but also to that point, he also brought him up on X-Pac's podcast.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we actually retweeted that if I'm not mistaken.
Bet,
So
shout out to Twitter.
he was on X-Pac's podcast and he was talking about winning and how
No doubt,
your
no doubt.
streak
That's another
and
thing.
your record is important.
Yes, yes.
You know,
yeah.
wrestlers like should have like a meaningful record. You know,
Yes.
they're meaningful in the NFL. They're meaningful in other sports. You want to present this as a sport, you should have records that count. And he brought up Bill Goldberg, like how important the streak was. Yo, Xbox like, yo, you're right.
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting because how's it gonna work, right?
I mean, yeah, the idea is very cute. In wrestling, you can't really do that. Where's the
But you
drama?
can.
Yeah.
But
No,
you
no,
can.
but where's the drama in that? If it's all wins and losses.
Yo,
I mean,
you
that's
want to
what
know
we
where the
ask for
drama's
on a
at?
daily
Nah,
basis,
nah.
right?
Here's the
Because
drama.
that's why we all
No, no,
went
but
crazy
look-
for
but-
Daniel Bryan.
but look-
and that
look-
push happened, right?
It's gonna be interesting.
That would help.
I don't know.
Yo, remember that time that Steve was talking all this bullshit and his mic was unplugged?
Oh, that would help.
Why
Yo.
is my shit unplugged?
Yo,
There you
Yo,
go.
aren't you the audio technician?
Welcome to the show.
My point being, why is my shit
No,
unplugged?
no,
I'm not
it's
here for
like-
3 weeks. Why is my shit unplugged?
Hey man, some people getting
Jack.
Yo, I heard AEW's picking up,
Nah,
contract.
But what I'm trying to say about this whole thing is, look, it's cute, but look who the bookers and competitors for the show. If wins and losses are gonna matter, these guys, come on.
It's gonna
You
be
telling me they're
interesting
gonna
how-
lose?
How do you make that? How do you make that a thing?
I mean, the wrestling already does.
Mm-hmm.
The gentlemen that they or women, right? The individual they want to put over are gonna get those wins, right? And then that underdog story will happen at some
Yeah,
point.
I don't believe
It's
that.
just that they're gonna be a little bit more deliberate with it. That's all. That's all it means.
If that's the case, look back to NXT when it was a game show where wins and losses did matter for that, and it didn't work at all. Daniel Bryan won zilch, nada,
Yeah, but who
in
was running
anything,
that?
and ended up being a bigger star.
But who was running that?
It don't matter who was running it.
That and it does matter
No,
because
it doesn't, man.
that's the whole idea behind this promotion. The wrestlers are running.
My thing is,
it's gonna be an organic thing.
no.
Wrestlers are gonna finally be paid,
That's what they said.
compensated for their work.
That's
Well,
what they said
they're
with
gonna have
WCW.
they're gonna have for the first time ever in wrestling promotion. They're gonna have insurance.
Well, they're still gonna hire
Women
people,
are
no?
gonna get paid the same amount as men.
That's all good in theory, man.
These are all
We'll
the
see
things that
that.
were being said.
I want to see that in practice.
Yeah,
right?
I want to.
These are all things we were promised.
I was really interested. I mean, yeah, all that's great.
Well, Brandy Rhodes went out and said that, I mean, equal pay means equal opportunity regardless of sex, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be paid the exact same
Yeah, yeah.
salary regardless.
It depends
you know?
on a lot of things.
Yeah, it's still a little more complicated than that. But to that point, I think Jericho said in some podcast there, he said that they're still going to hire staff backstage, too. They got to hire writers. They got to hire creative.
To
Well,
that
they
point,
can.
Everything. We gotta have everything.
Billy
No
Gunn.
production.
Billy Gunn said what's up. Yeah,
Billy
yeah.
Gunn.
He
Pete
said more than what's up.
Said,
Did he
hey,
sign already?
oh.
Yeah, he signed.
He
officially.
signed? Did he?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
he signed.
okay. I thought
There's
He's
a
like
video.
a referee with a whistle, bro.
Alright.
No. He's the first producer of the show. I don't know if he's the head producer or what.
Isn't it funny that they got Billy Gunn and we got Road Dogg?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
Hey, that's something interesting.
Ooh.
If a future between the two organizations are gonna exist,
it's
that's where it goes.
You know, and that's interesting because in social media, one of the things that interestingly occurred was that people are uproar. Like, people are kind of scared of this. They kind of don't want the competition. And in my mind, I just look at this and I think about back in the day in the 90s, man.
That's
WCW versus WWF.
That's
going
what
at
we
it.
want. That's
And
what
that's
we
when
want.
wrestling was arguably at its best,
No
right?
doubt.
So I'm actually excited for this.
I'm excited for it, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna be that long.
I am more excited for this being able to at least entertain and be a quality product
The thing is-
It
compared
got
to
the
the
world- it got the world
XFL
buzzing now,
compared
right?
to the
Look,
XFL
look.
and versus the NFL.
Okay.
Well, they're not
Oh,
going
that's
head to
gonna
head
be
with the
one.
NFL. That's not their goal.
And that's not AEW's goal either.
No, it is the way
They're
they
their
the
own
way they came
promotion.
out. The way they came
They're
out.
trying
It
to be
better
unique.
not be because then they're gonna go out
The
faster
way
than
they
they're
went
gonna come in.
across with that press conference, it sounds like they want to be competition for them.
And
And-
guess what? people are talking about it.
WWE
course.
stars are talking about it.
Of
Like
course.
Current
That's
talent.
Yeah.
Well, not publicly, but I mean, rumor has it, my boy Meltzer, and, back in the fan and all that. Like, but he said, there's some talent eyeballing AEW. When my contract expires, hey, let me see if the grass is greener. You never know. One of which could be, potentially, Mr. AJ Styles.
You
No
think so?
shot.
Hey,
I don't think so. A couple
They
episodes
don't
ago,
want to put it past anybody yet because of the fact that they can offer good money and a good schedule. And
AJ,
that's something he came out
They
publicly
are putting
and
out-
said he wanted that.
WCW contracts, right?
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
thing. And
Lucrative contracts.
Yep. The only
which
other
is bad
but
to
the
the
money-
offer already off the bat.
But the thing is, you guys have to think about is that one, the people behind the money behind this are the cons, who have made their money
No,
in
no,
the
no, no,
auto
no.
industry.
It's Tony Khan.
Oh,
Not
the
the
son,
father.
the son, yeah,
The
just
son.
the son.
Yes.
Exactly, the son,
Yeah.
right?
It's completely
But
different.
think about this: the father has even more money, right?
Exactly.
And the
But
father
he's
was
not.
there.
But he's
But
not
the-
going to be willing to lose money if this is a losing
Absolutely
effort.
not. Absolutely not. That's why they need to see how it bites. But the biggest contributor is going to be the TV deal. Depending
Facts.
what contract they
Facts.
sign,
Facts.
was just some multiple. They could stream it online if they wanted to at this stage.
Hey, but they are Jericho.
Did
Jericho
Did
again.
Impact just sign with somebody online?
I think
They announced it during
they have a
the-
second platform now.
Yeah, but the thing is, Impact was getting low numbers, even with the good product. They've been getting low numbers. That's why they had to move from Pop.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're not only on Pursuit Network, but they're also on Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch.
Yeah.
Which is
that
a
is the
big-
new
Switch is
platform.
the new big thing.
Fucking
That's what I'm
deal.
saying.
It's the new big thing.
It's a big deal, but when you lose a direct TV provider, that's
But
bad.
AEW got two, according
That
to
is
Jericho.
bad.
He got two networks lined up right now.
And I would
All right,
tell
until
you,
they confirm,
Possible.
until
Until
they
they confirm,
confirm,
yeah, he said
I don't
that.
care.
That's smart business. That's what you say.
Of
You want to drive up
course.
the price.
Yeah,
but
of
also,
course.
is it arguable to say that right now AEW, what we've seen thus far, the potential for the roster is more talented than what you have in ROH?
Oh, 100%. Ring of Honor.
So then,
I don't wanna
eventually
talk-
there
I don't
might be
wanna talk-
competition to WWE.
I don't want to
So
talk
Impact
bad
is
about
not a-
that roster,
you know?
but there's nobody on that roster right now, even including Marty Scurll. There's nobody on that roster that makes me say I need to watch Ring of Honor right now. And
That's fair point.
and
Although
AEW has names that I want to see already,
Jeff Cobb is a close one,
Money.
but other than
but
Jeff
he's
Cobb,
still
yeah,
not a
yeah.
draw.
I wouldn't
Briscoes.
say- Yeah, you're right.
Even the
but
Briscoes,
But
like-
I'm not like, oh, I want to see the Briscoes. Like, I'm gonna watch that shit live.
If I'm a casual
catch it.
viewer
Yeah.
and I'm trying to watch a new form of wrestling, I'm gonna go to something like AEW because it has Young Bucks
Big
on it.
names, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
not
yeah,
even
that's what I'm
big, not
saying.
even big names, because a lot of casual names in America still don't know those names yet. But they will, because the Young Bucks are easy to fall in line with. You know,
Yeah, of course, the popularity aspect, right?
they're very popular, man.
Absolutely.
Like-
So
Nah, but if even more importantly than the Young Bucks is Chris Jericho, right? Like just his namesake and like.
Well,
his
yeah, of
name
course,
is
but-
part of it.
He ain't
But
the
what
3-year deal.
I kind of put together here is Jericho's gonna be the Ric Flair of WCW for AEW at this time.
But is he
That's a
gonna be
great
the
point.
Kenny Omega of NJPW?
That's not what he's trying to be.
I don't
Well,
think NJPW has a Kenny Omega anymore.
no.
tell us about it.
So, you obviously must have heard, if you don't live under a rock, Kenny's leaving NJPW.
And
And
New
it-
Japan found that out at the same time that we did.
Right. And that's kind of foul.
And
They
New
took
Japan
that
is
foul.
pissed.
They don't like it. But where is he going, guys? Where do we think Kenny's off to?
He's gonna take this shot.
We've heard reports. People wanted the E. Now Meltzer came out with that it's looking like AEW. I mean, I personally would have wanted the E. I would have
Look.
wanted that Mania
Look.
match with Styles.
The thing here, with my opinion on the whole thing, is if he goes to AEW, great. I'm not shocked at all. But he'd be stupid to pass up the opportunity to go now to WWE because of all the matchups that he can have now. If he chooses to go at the end of his career, AJ's gone, Shinsuke's gone, all these guys are gone. They're already at the end of their careers. So you're
Right.
passing up all those matches for something,
For your boys.
not even for your boys, for matchups that you've already done.
And I'll tell you this. AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega that happened in WrestleMania.
Yo, that happened.
If
That
Dude,
happened.
if Omega comes out of Rumble,
Not if Vince wants to bury it.
Well,
Vince could bury that shit.
well, ultimately,
Nah,
it's,
there's
that,
too
that
much
must
money
be.
to be
made.
That's got to be something on his mind,
especially
right?
especially to compete against AEW.
I don't think Vince would bury it intentionally, mainly because
That's the reason why they
money.
offered that contract.
It's
That's
money.
what they're looking at. That makes too much sense. It's best. It's what's best for business, right?
I mean, it's not even the match with AJ Styles because he said this years ago that if he were to go to WWE for that match, I'm pretty sure he wants to go against Shinsuke. I'm pretty sure he wants to go against Finn. I'm pretty sure he wants to go against Rollins now.
You know who I
He's
want to
made
see
that
him
vocal.
go against? Yeah, I want to see him go against Rollins, right?
Yeah.
Which we've heard.
Yep.
But I'd
That'd
also
be
like
good
to see him go against Kofi Kingston, yo. I think they can have a
Yeah.
fucking match.
I want him to go against
R
Xavier
Truth.
Woods.
Xavier Woods. I think R-Truth.
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Oh
Instant
man, that's a match.
Zayn.
How about
Alpha Elite?
how about Kevin Owens on a
I'm
on
Johnson.
some, or more importantly, how about someone with Joe?
Someone with Joe.
Look,
Daniel Bryan.
But look. See,
Daniel Bryan.
but see, my
Oh,
point.
there's so
My
much to
point
do.
exactly is he'll get to do this stuff if he comes now.
Yeah.
If he decides to come when AEW's on his feet already, which could be God knows how long, he won't be able to do this stuff.
So it's interesting because he put out a tweet today actually that said, if I go to the WWE, their fans will be pleased. If I go to AEW, those fans will be happy. To go where I'm gonna be happy.
That's fair. And that's understandable.
And that's tells you that he's happy what's the best option at this point. Because the reality is, he has
Look,
done
you're not
those
gonna-
matches already.
You're not gonna.
But if he goes to WWE, he's gonna miss out on the foundation of AEW, which is always so it's like a self go for your dreams, or go for something that matters.
See, now look, my thing is made it a point to want to achieve. Like he said, he was going to get the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Does he have new challenges? We don't know. Is he going to keep the same old ones? I guess we'll find out.
Well, that's fair. But how about Tyler Breeze tweeting out options?
Oh,
There's
Yo.
plenty. I think Sami Zayn, if presented the opportunity, he might leave too.
And Zack Ryder tweeted something out.
There's a lot of
Now,
teasing
I
going
forget.
on. There's a lot of teasing
I
going
forget
on.
what he wrote.
Zack Ryder-
Also, Ty Dillinger.
Zack
I
Ryder
think-
won't leave. I'll tell you why. This is
His
his
father.
dream job.
his father.
No, it's his dream job, and his wife is now part of it, so he's not leaving.
Yeah, but you know what? Not for nothing. He's done his dream job now. And
Yeah. What else is next?
what else is next? It doesn't seem
Because
like.
his dream job
He
is
wants
not
to be
really his
a
dream
Grand
job
Slam
anymore.
champion.
His dream job is not really his dream job anymore, right? His dream job was when he won the Intercontinental title. When he won the U.S. title the first time. That was like 10 years ago.
Yo, think about how hot a Zack Ryder would be on the indie scene right now, as it is.
Yeah, it would sell.
Zack Ryder shows up to Evolve, right? Then he shows up to a Ring of Honor show. He shows up to like all these other shows. Yo, he would pop so
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
so hard. People be like, oh shit, it's Zack Ryder.
Yo,
He could do the
people
whole
are
woo, woo,
popping
woo.
for,
I don't know if I believe that 100%.
Yo.
Honestly, I don't personally believe it.
I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna
Like-
be like he's gonna be going up against Brian Cage, but he'll certainly be like upper mid card. Like he'll be
figure it
better
out.
off where he's at
He'll
now.
figure it out. He would figure it out. I mean, especially when coming right out of
I-
WWE, you
look,
get pushed.
He's
I
got a
think-
fan
You
base.
got lineage. You get pushed.
I think at this
Internet
point,
check.
he has
Yeah.
he has a lot of money coming in from his own shows on the
Think
network.
about
though.
this. Damien
I don't know
Sandow
if
was
he
pushed
leaves
to main
all
event of
that.
picture immediately after he left WWE.
And they dropped that hard.
It was terrible.
Hard.
It was
sucks.
terrible, but
He
they
sucks.
did it.
And
Because
he
you're
lost-
gonna do that.
He
You
lost
have
to a
leverage.
one-armed Cena.
Dude, he was never
Yeah.
good. His character was good.
Don't
Character
disrespect.
was good.
His
Character was good.
character was all.
He had it in the ring though.
He
had
was
it in the
okay.
ring. Yeah, he was good.
It worked. It
had
worked.
some
The
nice
character
moves.
as a whole. I
It
feel you
wasn't
the
enough.
entertainment purpose,
It
right?
wasn't enough.
And then
It's
he did
similar
that
to an
Miz
Elias.
thing.
Because if it
It's
was
similar to
enough, he
Elias.
would have
It's
been
arguable.
fine in Impact, and he wasn't fine.
But
He
it was a
flopped
different
like
character.
a fish over
But
there.
it was a different
It
character.
don't matter. If you're telling me
Yeah.
his wrestling was that great, he should have been able to withstand the blow on Impact.
Yo, Brian, you right, dog. Zack Ryder would do great in the Indies. Yo,
That's
you know,
right.
you don't know shit.
That's right.
That's
Boo this man.
So-
That's
Boo.
Talk to him.
I'm just being realistic here.
Nah, you.
Nah, I think
You wildin'.
misguided.
Uh,
How about Tyler Breeze, yo?
Tyler Breeze will make money.
Tyler Breeze will kill it, but I
Hey,
think they're gonna push
son,
him
He's
here.
better than
Son,
He's better than
Tyler
Ray.
Breeze versus Dalton Castle.
What?
I'm in.
I'm down. For
Tell
that.
me not.
I'm down for that.
Nah, there's matchups I don't want to see in the E first.
That's Tyler Breeze?
Yes, there's a lot of matches.
Yo, no doubt, but what's he getting?
He's not getting anything right
He's
now,
gonna
man.
get a push this year.
What
he's
kind
Push
of
to
push?
the
A
side.
push to the side, yeah.
Nah, man. I'm
Yo,
telling
Slater
alright,
might do
alright.
better.
Yo, son, so we're talking about, all right, so Ty Dillinger's supposed to get a push, right? Zack Ryder might get a
Nah,
push.
Dillinger's
And
not
then
getting a push.
Bobby Roode was supposed to get a push.
Dillinger's
Yo, how
a
many people could they
glorified
push at
jobber.
the same time? Like, none of this is going to happen. They've done nothing to prove to me shit. Yo, they haven't proved
Dude.
shit to me, yo.
And you know that's the reason why. That's the
when
reason
did they
why.
announce the shakeup for the show?
Son, I don't give a
No,
fuck.
no. Answer the question.
They
Like
haven't
3
announced
weeks
it.
ago.
3 weeks ago?
4 weeks ago.
Okay.
Son,
What storylines are we still on? We still have to finish up the TLC
dog,
storylines before
it's
anything.
all bullshit.
I don't know why
Nah.
they
The
just stopped
WWE
everything.
gives me no hope, yo, and the reason I say
Really?
this, yes,
Really?
yes, absolutely. You know why? Because we had a fucking the ownership come out, right? All the McMahons and a Helmsley, right, come out.
And a Helmsley.
And a Helmsley come out.
And one
Right,
Helmsley.
hey, you know
And
he
tell
changed
me,
his name to
tell me
McMahon.
right to
Come
my
on.
face,
No nice thing.
like I'm a fucking asshole. Tell me right to my
You are a
face,
fucking
we're gonna
asshole.
change because we're listening.
Fucking
And then you proceed for the next 2 weeks to give me pre-recorded bullshit.
Bullshit.
And I understand why you did it, right? But pre-recorded bullshit, that was the same bullshit that I was complaining about before you did your bullshit.
No,
And then you
no,
come back
no,
and you
no.
give me a live show
You know what
that
you're
was
wrong.
absolute fucking
This
garbage.
man has Cialis,
Nah.
bro.
Yo, I think the
Facts,
Cialis
my
is
guy.
the problem.
Facts,
What they
my
did,
guy.
yo, they
Facts, my
coddled
guy.
and denied.
I think you're
They
wrong.
coddled and denied. And that's the reason why Kenny Omega, that's the reason why Kushida, right, upon leaving NJPW,
Facts.
are questioning what direction do you go. Because they've seen stars like AJ Styles pop heavy, and then they've seen the travesty that has
wait
occurred
a
with
second,
I
Nakamura.
think-
wait a
I-
second,
but I
wait a
think-
second,
Wait,
wait
I
a
the
think
second.
travesty
Kushida-
that has occurred with Nakamura.
But wait,
That's
the thing-
his own doing. That's
But-
his own doing.
But
do
Kushida,
not
Kushida's
do not
more
tell
of
me they've
a.
been fucking up AJ, Shinsuke. No, I don't want to hear that bullshit. Because when Nakamura came to NXT, he was the hottest thing ever. But now, because of his own doing, he can't do shit.
His own
doing?
Yes, his own
That
doing.
sounds more like his booking.
No.
Yeah,
Yo,
That's
I
the
mean,
problem.
but-
That's the
listen,
reason why
no.
Raw is garbage
Dude,
and
Rollins-
everything else on the
Rollins
product
with
is
shit
amazing.
booking still finds a way to get it done.
Because who pushes the buttons on Raw?
These.
You gotta be kidding me. This mother.
That's the only
He's
denominator.
on SmackDown, dude. SmackDown is the best show that they're producing right now. It has been great for a
SmackDown is a
while.
better show, but
You're
But the
telling
best
me
show is NXT.
you're telling me you can't get over on SmackDown where Rusev got over. That's your own fault.
Yo, son, and Rusev is fucking over.
That's what I'm saying. And
But-
look, he got
but-
rewarded for that
And,
shit.
and we'll get there, right? And we'll talk about it.
over
But
as
real
fuck.
quick, right?
Over
Yo,
as
why'd you
fuck.
hollering, yo?
Why?
Yo, son, because no, we're gonna talk about Raw, and Raw is hot garbage. But whatever, we'll get there.
But they're trying new things.
Oh,
that,
alright.
that opener was something we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah,
Which
you
opener?
what?
Which one?
Which one?
The opener, dude, where they're fighting to open up the show.
Seth and
Dude,
and
SmackDown
Lashley.
opened
I
up
thought
the
you were
way
talking
we
about
haven't
Priscilla
seen
Kelly
open
real
up.
quick. I don't know.
So
We'll get
before,
there, we'll get-
before
we'll
we
get
get
there.
there, before
We'll
we
get
get to
there.
Priscilla
We'll
Kelly,
get
just
there.
real quick, right? Just to wrap up the AEW shit.
Yeah.
So
let's close this up.
AEW is right. They've got a Double or Nothing coming up, which I thought was a very very clutch name. And I love when companies get like dope names, right? That's why I
Well, they
like
had to.
Halloween Havoc is still.
Yo,
like,
we out to Vegas, right?
is my
But you,
thing.
but you had to
Fuck
do
outta
it.
here.
You had. I might actually be in Vegas the weekend after that. That's the
Oh,
crazy
that's
part.
trash.
That sucks, right?
but
But
we
you
going
said
to Vegas.
First
right?
one was All In. This is Double or Nothing, right?
yeah,
Yeah, we got.
You gotta,
So-
you know?
Well, with that being said, a trademark was filed by AEW, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Ooh.
For Fight of the Fallen.
Oh.
Okay.
So I love that name.
All right.
Fight
Right?
of the Fallen.
Fight of
Zack
the Fallen.
Ryder?
So, dun dun dun. Nah.
But
but
if that's the
Hey.
name of the pay per view, I see Kenny Omega going directly to AEW. Because
Hey.
Damn,
Yeah.
look at the name.
Hey.
One Wing Angel and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
I feel like
And
every
CM Punk
Fox-
has fallen quite a couple times in his fights
he's
too.
not
So
going back to wrestling. It's not happening. What's
Yo,
up with that?
you know what I was
but you
thinking
booked
though?
that name though.
And talking about WCW versus WWE,
Yeah, I know.
imagine
Right,
if Cena said, "Yo, I go to AEW." This is not gonna
It'll
happen,
never
folks.
happen.
But imagine if Cena goes to AEW
Imagined, not gonna happen.
and does his heel turn like Hogan did when he went to WCW.
Yo,
Cena's not gonna do it though.
he should do it.
I know, but
Cena's
imagine
not
Do it,
stupid
do
enough
it.
to jump ship.
Do it, Cena. Do
Stupid
it.
enough?
he's so loyal.
Yeah, these whole things.
All right. So you
Talk
know
to, talk to
who's
Nikki about that shit.
closing up shop also is Lisa
Dancing with the
Marie.
Stars.
She's gone. She's hanging them up. AKA Victoria, if y'all remember her.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's done.
Yeah, she's
There
done
was a
now.
lot of talk about her being potentially in the Rumble. And now
Not anymore.
retired, man. It's
Not
crazy.
anymore. The Revival guys, they got into it on Twitter.
Fuck the Revival. Hey, or
Hey, that's-
Free the Revival, right?
Yeah.
FTR.
Yeah, that's
We'll
more.
talk about it.
Or fix it.
Yes.
Or fix it.
Fix it.
But they got into it with Drake Maverick
Yeah.
and Twitter and shit. They actually, it was kind of funny. They started insulting Impact,
They did.
took shots at it, or whatever. Are we
Do a
gonna?
couple jabs.
Are we gonna get into Impact?
Of course.
I think we should get into the Wrestle Kingdom first.
Yeah, let's do Wrestle Kingdom.
Let's
fair.
talk about it. It was a lit
Ha!
weekend, man.
Garbage. No,
Wait,
I'm
wait.
just kidding. I'm
I
just
still got
Yo.
news from New Japan.
Oh, what you got?
Oh,
Izuka is retiring at the end of February 27th, I believe.
oh, where? I didn't know about that.
He's
Oh, damn.
retiring, so
Oh, wow.
All right.
That's pretty
Happy belated birthday to Fale.
No
True,
doubt,
true.
no doubt. Guys, it opened up with an amazing match. Will Ospreay and Kota Ibushi.
Oh, we're doing
And that's
Wrestle
just
King.
straight up the
Yes.
card. Straight up card,
Straight,
yo. Magic.
How about the forum at the end? So
Yo, that
there was
spot.
controversy with that. Ospreay got on the social media machine and was talking smack. Hey, you guys warned me about myself, right? Now you did it to them. It's
Yep.
their turn now. So
Yep.
good shit with that.
No,
Nice.
it was cool
nice
because
work.
a lot of people have been saying like his high risk style is gonna come back to bite him, and he's
Right.
like, you know what, fuck it. If you
Yeah.
think it's gonna come back to bite me, watch your favorites. I'm gonna take him out.
One by one.
So he did essentially what Nia Jax couldn't do, right?
Oh shit.
Damn. Yo, you made me just hate that right now.
Here we go.
Son, I loved the whole Will Ospreay turn, and then you just
Absolutely.
made me realize.
No, but he pulled it off.
I
He
know.
was the situation.
But nah, I'd be a
And fuck
hypocrite if I fucking.
No, because Nia
Hip,
Jax
hip,
couldn't
hip, bo-
follow it up. They fed it to her,
That's a lot.
and she let it drop like it's hot.
Like it's hot. Drip, drip.
Look,
Poor
if there's
Sasha
one
Banks.
thing that Nia Jax is good at is botching
Being bad.
angles.
Oh my.
Alright?
Oh.
She can be hand fed all these things and she'll still fuck it up.
Well, let's keep it getting feeded and fed.
The
And
junior
let's
heavyweight
keep
tag
talking about
titles.
Let's keep
Uh,
getting
Wrestling Kingdom. Fed.
Yo,
Fed.
son.
So we got Shingo
I felt
Ta-
defeated.
What'd you call it?
Shingo Takagi. I think that's how you say it.
I'm glad you're pronouncing
And
that.
Bushi defeated everybody else that was in the goddamn match. It was
Oh
like
my
fucking
God.
3 other teams, including
Was it
the
a six-man
Roppongi
tag?
3K, and yeah, this is for the junior tag titles.
Let's talk about who won, yeah.
So Shingo won,
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah.
and Bushi.
I personally
Single?
wanted Roppongi 3K to win.
Yeah?
Because,
Okay.
They fun.
Because Rocky Romero's a fun manager, man. Like I just feel like he has a lot to offer in terms of Western expansion.
Mm.
I think he'd get them over in the United States.
Manifest Destiny?
Yeah, 100%. It
What-
just it sucks. It seems like this whole pay-per-view was. It seemed like New Japan was taking back their brand. It didn't seem like they wanted to go through with the Western expansion the way Kenny Omega and the Elite wanted it to go. And I think that's partly why they decided to make their own promotion.
Okay.
So, and you could tell straight off the bat that that was what's happening because all the matches during Wrestle Kingdom swayed the way of the Japanese factions.
They did, right? I kind of peeped.
And in particular, LIJ. They got a clean sweep
Which
of this whole card.
which was funny because they had a match where there was a couple members within the faction that were going at. I think it was actually this one, right? The junior tag.
I don't remember.
Or
no,
was it the
no,
pre?
no.
It was a pre-show. It was a pre-show, I think.
Yeah, it was a pre-show. You had
Uh-oh.
you had even Marty Scurll and Hangman going at it.
Yo, why you playing with my toys, yo?
See what we got? Yo, put that thing away, bro.
Just in
Yo,
case
where
he
your
starts to holler
pants?
again, yo. Just in case he starts to holler again, yo. That's all. Get it loud.
Puntate quieto.
I'd love to see a motherfucker try that
Going
shit.
down the card, man.
So
Let's go to the
okay,
next best
bet
match, yo.
the Rev Pro title. Now
Yo.
this one I had a little issue before, but it didn't go out how I thought it would, but
Okay.
it was believable.
The match was good, man.
Saber
Ishii-
Jr. I just had
Ishii is
Saber's
a
like a
beast.
twig, bro.
Yeah,
A
but
twig, and then Ishii's a monster.
he's a monster.
he's a
so
stone
he's
nipple,
a,
man.
he's a submission machine.
Yeah.
Man.
So he made it work.
Taz on his podcast this week was actually saying that that's one of the people he would love to wrestle.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, take away the fucking
Dude,
ropes
I
and just get on the mat.
I
Where
want
were you
I
like to
want to
wrestle
see
him,
Daniel
though?
Bryan versus Zack Sabre Jr. Like
It'd be
that's one of my
crazy.
like dreams.
And the crazy thing is, in the E, we don't see the Daniel Bryan of old.
No,
the
but we
Bryan
are getting
Danielson.
we're getting closer to it.
We're
because
getting
he can't,
closer.
He can't do
Yeah.
the stuff that he was doing for a while.
You're right. You're
So
right.
he's gonna end up doing a lot of submission stuff. In the
Yeah,
coming
and where did he
Absolutely.
want to wrestle him? Probably SmackDown 10,000, right? Oh, my bad. Never mind.
10,000.
That's a lot.
If he gets an invite.
If he's alive.
So then the IWGP tag titles, even Sonata defeated Tonga and the Bucks.
I know, I was sad because Tonga's had a dope ass entrance.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
it was dope. It
The
was dope.
Army of Two, like I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck,
no doubt.
like those
Nah,
helmets
Red,
were
Red
sick.
Hood and Arkham Knight.
And let it be
word, there we
known.
go, yeah,
Let it
Red
be
Hood and
known.
Arkham Knight.
The podcast still runs with the Bullet Club, man.
Bullet Club,
So
man. Good
we-
guy, Tamatanga,
We still
man.
run with
Let's
those
go.
boys, man. We didn't put away our shirts. So
We never put away those.
for those who jump ship to,
I'm
other
actually thinking
companies.
about jumping ship from our tailgate to go to theirs.
Hey, yo.
Fire.
I'm just saying.
Fuck that.
Shout out to our tailgate, by the way. And shout out to Rockefeller Sports Bar. We're going January 27th, Royal Rumble. We're going to have a little get together, a little shindig, right?
And we
Yo,
will.
yeah.
We'll
Little
be
something.
happy
I think
with
there's
There's something going on.
an
right?
erection at play.
Yeah.
Right? I've
Is
heard
that a play on words?
a play on facts on facts on
On
facts.
facts?
an erection.
JP, is there was there to be a
Is there an erection?
are you pitching a tent?
Are you pitching the stay quiet?
Don't promise anything.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Hurt
Juice?
nobody. I don't want to hurt nobody.
Speaking of juice, man.
Hey!
I don't know what everybody sees in this dude. Motherfucker's
Wow.
a cornball. But you know
I mean,
who's
he's
even big of a
he's good.
cornball?
He's good in the ring.
Cody
You know
for losing to him?
Nah, Cody in general, man. This dude could build up a match and make me want to watch the match, and then when it gets to the match, this dude does nothing to entertain me, man. Cody is one of the most bland dudes in the ring.
You don't
honestly.
like the lay down uppercut that he took from Goldust?
Honestly, bro, like,
You mean the one that he does too?
look, man.
Yeah, the reality is, once again, I mentioned Taz's show. The entire card was dope, but that was the one match that was kind of like a Western.
Dude,
twist to it, right?
nobody was popping for it in the Tokyo Dome, man.
Nah, but
the thing,
reason,
but it
but also
came
think
down
about
to that was because,
why.
dude, like, I guess I like Juice's matches. I just don't like his character. I think his character's so corny as fuck. But I have not liked a single Cody Rhodes match in New Japan. I'm sorry, I haven't. Because he does great to build up the match where I want to watch it, and then when I do, I'm just like, I'm disappointed.
Not even the Kenny
Like,
ones?
No, not even the Kenny ones, man.
Damn.
They're not the best in-ring work in the card, right?
Well, him in particular, he has not in New Japan. He hasn't had any matches that make you go, "Oh shit, that's a top match right there." He lacks that right now.
So you compare him to the Miz right now?
Oh.
Ooh.
No, not even because
Nah.
Miz can have some pretty dope
Beef.
matches.
But Cody has had dope matches,
He's had dope matches with certain opponents.
and so has the Miz, right?
I think Miz could hold his own though.
You know who held their own?
I
Chris
think if
Jericho.
if we had to watch a match of Cody Rhodes versus Miz, I think we'd all be falling asleep. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Cody,
I think the build-up
Not if-
will be dope, and then
not
when we
if-
finally get to the match, I think we'll be
Not if
sleeping.
Maurice and Brandy are there.
well, Naito
Oh,
and
shit, even if they
Jericho.
are there, man, I'm sorry.
Naito and Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship.
That spirit was weak, Brandy.
Match of
Yo,
the year.
Shout out to the Heat, Brandy got for
January 4th.
interjecting in the match, yo.
Yeah.
They were not loving it out there.
It
Who?
wasn't even
Brandy
that.
interjecting in the
It
match.
wasn't even that. It was
Y'all
Heat.
still on that match, man?
Yeah, for
I'm
real. We
talking
moved
about
on
No, no,
weeks
no.
ago, yo.
It's
got-
so boring.
I
Like,
gotta
let's
talk
drop
about
it.
that shit because Brandy gave one of the worst spears I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
Yo, you want to talk to White Lightning about it?
Look, man, I'm still sick. You don't want that. You don't want that high five.
So, anyways, Jay White defeated Okada.
Yo,
That match
in other
was
news.
awesome.
he
I think-
is being pushed to the sky.
Come on. Bullet Club got the lead booker for New Japan. You don't think they're gonna get pushed to the top?
Yo, he's
Jay
gonna
White-
he's gonna take that
Jay White
that position
deserves
that Kenny
everything
had.
that he's getting, man. That dude has put in work, bro.
He's coming. I don't know if y'all peeped, but that New Year, what is it, NJP and NY? That New Year's or NJNY 2019 after this.
I hate my lightning. I hate it.
Brief intermission, guys.
Alright, moving on. Fuck it.
Get it, Kushida!
Finally, the match of the year: Jericho and Naito
Yeah, can we talk about that? 'Cause that
on
was-
January the 4th.
Yo,
It was the match of the year.
Jericho's
January
the
the 4th.
GOAT. Jericho's the GOAT. Jericho's the GOAT. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
He had the best post-conference.
Yo,
Son, like, come on, man. Yeah. He's not WCW Jericho.
no, that's different.
He's not,
No, but he delivered for the second year in a row.
yeah. He's not undisputed champion Jericho. But, yo, he is the GOAT,
It's a
son.
new style, and
I
it was a
think-
dope match.
I
He's
think a
changed
lot-
his style to, like, prolong his career.
He's
a
more
brawler
aggressive,
now.
a brawler. So
I think Naito and Kenny Omega did a lot to get him over in those matches, though.
yeah.
They had to pull a lot more work than they usually
And he's
would.
not done there. I mean, his 3-year deal's
Or-
flexible. He's
No.
gonna be
There's
working
no
still.
That's
Or
exactly how it went.
he
Don't
brings
do
out
that.
the best in him.
Nah, because there's been better.
I'm just
They've
saying.
had better matches.
But
I'm just
no,
saying.
there's still quality matches.
No, of course. I'm
And
not
I
saying
love the
that.
comparison to him in AEW to Ric Flair, right? Because that's,
No, that's
talk
what
about
he's gonna be.
elongated careers.
Yeah.
Ric Flair was able to perform
Yeah.
past his time. We'll
I
leave it at
watch
that.
wrestling to have fun, right?
Yeah,
That shit is fun.
absolutely.
His matches are fun.
I
He
never
knows how
said
to
it
have fun.
wasn't.
No, I know, So I'm like that shit makes me believe, yo, if you could just have since I remember watching Jericho,
Yeah.
he's always had like just fun matches.
Motherfuckers old.
That shit was
Like, that's it.
And it's crazy to say that arguably that's probably one of the top matches on the card that night as
Nah.
far as performances. At
Oh,
least
Jericho's
top
match?
three.
Nah, there
Yeah.
were definitely
At least
three,
top three
4
for me.
matches.
It's a tie
Nah,
between
the
that
three
and
or
Jay
four
White's,
matches,
man.
man.
To be honest, Jay White's was dope.
Oh, and Osprey, right?
Definitely.
The
Osprey,
Ospreay-
I'm so used to. I guess I'm spoiled at that because it was great, but it just wasn't. Osprey's done so much better.
Well, that's because Kota Ibushi got a concussion.
But at the end,
At the end.
No,
the end.
He got concussed
or
mid-match.
you saying like it was supposed to go after more longer?
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever?
Dude, the whole
Yeah.
card felt like it was ending early.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That-
I
It
can't
was all
wait.
felt rushed.
I can't wait to talk about Impact.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Jeez.
yo.
So we just skip
So
over.
a match
But-
that was expected to be. Was anyone expecting this to be?
Uh,
Because of the John Cena-ism in Tanahashi,
Yeah.
I don't even-
the
Nah.
older, and I mean him being older.
Tanahashi's more of the Shawn Michaels for them.
Well,
honestly.
it wasn't a 7-star like melts like
Shawn Michaels and Crown
Nah, but
Jewel.
it was
It was
definitely-
good. It was good. It was entertaining. It was what it was.
Nah,
Kenny
that match
giving
was
it up.
phenomenal, man. That match
And-
was great. The
But we've seen
storytelling was
better.
great.
It was really good.
It was
The
dope.
storytelling in ring is what made that match.
Yeah,
Like,
He's leaving.
I'm sorry, you
now.
could have the greatest technical fucking match in the world, but if you're not telling a story, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So-
And to go back to that's why I think Chris Jericho's match was dope.
Yeah.
I think Chris Jericho's match was dope, and I think
No,
Kenny
no.
Omega's match was dope.
Look how
'cause
much time they
know
had
how
to
tell a
build
story.
that match.
I mean, and credit to, I'm not saying like Naito and Tanahashi didn't pull their weight. They certainly did. They were probably both in each respective match, or you could argue with me or whatever. They were probably the better wrestlers in their respective matches.
Yeah.
But together with the, what are they called? Guy jeans?
Guy jeans.
They were they produced the best matches of the night, and I think Omega and Jericho know how to pull out the best.
Pull out.
I don't know all that.
Talk about pulling it
That's
out.
a lot.
Talk about pulling
No
out.
nice
Priscilla
things,
Kelly.
man.
Priscilla
No.
Kelly.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Talk about
Do
it.
it.
You're gonna have to
No.
Let's
Let's not talk about.
We
Let's
can't
do it.
edit anything out. We're live,
No,
baby.
no. That's that's we ending the night with that shit.
Alright, we're
Alright,
gonna
cool.
say. We're
I'm
gonna say.
not
We're
even
gonna say.
touching that
We're gonna
subject.
say.
I'm sorry.
You
So-
don't have to touch it.
That's what she said. Well, that's what she should have
It's gotta be
said.
talked about. It's a controversial piece.
So Impact Homecoming, right? I'm uploading the stuff right now for you.
Impact
I'll tell you what's
Homecoming.
controversial.
Oh, we'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll
That-
get there. So we can't have no nice things.
I did
So-
like the way they set it up though.
You good,
Going
you good.
back to the beginning where they
Yes,
first
sir.
had their first pay-per-view.
In Nashville.
Even the way the stage was set up and the ring was set up, it
Yeah.
felt like an old school NWA TNA
It did.
you know,
That's it.
pay-per-view, and I thought that was dope.
We still talking about
Impact.
Impact just
Talk about
started.
Impact.
Yeah, just introducing.
So-
What you guys
Oh.
think overall?
the Ultimate X. Dope. It made me want to watch all the classic
Dude,
ones.
that's
Ooh.
what I miss. That's
So-
when I hear TNA or when I hear about Impact, that's what I think of.
Yeah.
The Ultimate X matches. The,
Which
X
is
division.
kind of like what we have shades of in the E. Well, leftover. We're not seeing any of that action, but Styles, Joe, any of the other young bucks that
Joe's
fucking-
not an X division.
That
It's a shame.
X match.
No, but he was.
It's
back-
a shame
back then
because
and shit.
what that makes
Nah,
me
he
think
was
of is
never.
like
He got inserted.
when
into
my
it. That was
palate
bad.
wasn't as sophisticated when it came to wrestling. those are the matches that you should just flick the channel away because I wasn't interested.
The exhibition matches, really?
I wasn't a fan of TNA back in the day. I was not.
Nah,
Oh,
I
you
like.
talking about
I love the
strictly
whole.
TNA,
I love the whole
yes.
concept of the rope in the sky. And all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It was dope.
It just
Especially
didn't
the one
catch my
that
attention at that
the one
time,
where
yeah.
there was some technical. The belt kept dropping and shit, but
It was choppy as
still-
hell.
it was. But
Kinda
this
like
one was
that
dope. This
main
one
event.
took you back. Then you had Eddie Edwards come out. Now,
Yo, just real quick, right? My boy, Wolfie Wild 2.
Hey,
shout out to Wolfie.
At Wolfie Wild 2
Oh!
on Twitter, right?
Feeling Wolfie.
He threw out,
Don't hit yourself.
shout
with
out to
candlestick.
Wolfie
Don't
Wild
do
2,
it.
yo, my boy.
Don't do it.
He threw out the idea, right? He goes, yo,
Oh, I peeped this.
why
It was on
don't we
Twitter, right?
have...
I don't trust this motherfucker with the candlestick.
Yo, son, you're playing with my toys.
hey,
Hey, yo.
hey. Did you
know,
sanitize
you feel
them?
me? Yeah, no, the fuck I didn't. I'm just saying.
Hasn't been sanitized since December 17th.
Wow.
7.
12, man. Off.
No, 7.
Anywho.
That was Monster, right?
These things, yo.
Monster Factory?
Hey,
That was
who?
the 7th. Yeah, that was the 7th.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So
So yeah, do you say who?
what the fuck
It
was I
doesn't
saying?
matter.
I don't
doesn't
fucking
matter.
know you playing with my toys. Just stop playing with my toys, huh?
So your
Something
boy
to
Wolfie.
something.
What's good with
Yeah.
Wolfie in that
Wolfie Wild
cage?
2, right?
That
He was
cage,
talking
boy.
about listen,
Cage.
How about as a new match, yo? Because it's really
Crazy
hard
cages.
to develop a new gimmick like match. So he goes, yo, why not have a pyramid over the ring
Oh, word.
and make like this 4-sided pyramid over the ring? Now, logistically, like that's got some difficulties to it, right? Because the slant and like the ring ropes and the top rope, like it might be too low. But I think they could pull it off somehow. I don't know. I'm not the engineer that
just-
can pull it off, but
It kind of seems like American
You
Gladiator.
sound like motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Like American Gladiator-esque, because they have to get outside the door and climb the top of the triangle cage to get the top, you know, at the top. So, you know what I mean? You have to...
Well, that's the thing he said, right? You gotta pick
You
up a
have to
ladder. Or
incapacitate-
something.
No, not ladder.
No,
I mean,
no.
You gotta climb the
Get
outside.
a hanging belt or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
on the top, outside. So you have to climb the
It's-
triangle cage.
There are shades of David Arquette in this,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Of like the triple ladder. I mean the
Right,
triple
right,
cage.
right, triple
Yeah.
cage, yeah.
But
Yeah, I
but
think it
I
could
thought
work.
that was interesting, and I thought it could work.
Different.
I mean, there's things I can't wrap my head around, like with the geometry or whatnot. But I'm not a fucking engineer. That's not my fucking job. But yo, if you guys could figure that out, that would be dope.
Let us know.
Shout out to
HBC.
Wolfie Wild too.
And Wolfie Wild.
Wolfie
Yo, Wolfie Wild's idea, but yo, we're your megaphone.
Yo, we're
yo.
the middle-
We're here for the
middleman.
people.
Absolutely.
When your
said-
idea ain't stupid,
That means...
we'll tell people about
That
it.
means we get
Wolfie
some
Wild
type
had a
of
good idea.
contribution.
But
But moving
Shout out to
on.
our
Rich
sponsors,
Swan-
Power
so-
Slam TV.
Rich
How-
Swan,
No nice thing.
no nice things.
No nice
Not a
things.
single one. But Rich Swan won the match, right?
Yes.
And
Can you handle it?
it was dope. I fuck with it. My only issue was that he spent like the last like third of the match really like getting his shots in and then winning. Like I don't know. I felt like through like after the middle of the match I was like, oh, he's gonna win,
In the
he's gonna win.
famous words of
Mm.
Carlos Cortez.
Ooh.
No, bitch! Don't do that!
Hey, shout outs to Cortez. Right, I hit him up on Twitter
Cortez.
and I was like, yo, what's up? You gonna go to AEW?
Yo, he didn't deny it.
It's a crazy world out there, yo. You never know. So, shout out, yo.
And shout out to us for putting one
We'd
blast.
love to see you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
No, I mean, that shit was on Twitter. It was no DM.
Hey,
Oh,
this-
that-
Yeah, that shit was live.
We
That
want to
was
see
open.
people doing satellite DDTs, and he's just like, no, bitch.
Watch out, Evilise.
La Loca. Well, we'll get to him,
So
right?
Ali and Su
Better
Young
watch your
defeated
back.
Kiera Hogan and Jordan Grace.
So, Jordan Grace had a
Yo,
great showing,
Great
Yeah.
showing.
Right?
Thick Mama Punk.
but more importantly, Rosemary
Yes.
came back with
Yes.
the brides.
That was
of the
sick.
dead.
That was
Yo,
sick.
but
So there was a little
Oh, the undead
controversial.
brides.
There was a little controversial part in that match.
What, they're not really
because
dead?
The bloody sock,
Yeah, how you feel about that?
right? So we had this weekend or last weekend something in the church.
It was actually the day before.
are we
They-
gonna touch? I'm not gonna touch it.
No, I'm not touching.
I'll
I'm not
touch
touching
it.
Did you touch it?
I'll touch
Dirty, the bloody sock? Or?
No, the other.
The other bloody thing.
Priscilla,
saying.
Priscilla Kelly.
I'm just wondering, is it a little controversial the day right after, right?
Yeah, it was really after that. It's funny that they actually went with that. I would have thought they would have hesitated, but I guess
So we'll get into it.
Nah, they probably were like,
We're
we're gonna do it.
Do nothing of the sorts. They're gonna do anything to get themselves out on there.
Oh yeah.
False
My
count.
only real complaint about that whole match, to be completely honest,
You
was
talking about
that-
the Impact match?
yeah, that
Or the one with
Ali and Su Young and Carol Hogan and Jordan Grace,
yes, yes.
right? Is when the Undead Brides came around,
Yeah.
they didn't attack
Nobody.
Like they didn't help Rosemary out.
Nah,
they
they
didn't
fuck-
like.
they
They
don't
were
fuck
kind of
Skip that
came
nice.
around.
That's
And
not
then,
my
like,
problem.
Yo, they were like really slow about it. Like only 2 chicks got hit, 2 or 3 chicks got hit, but all the other ones were like, like yo, you're supposed to be under Brian's like,
Bro.
motherfucker's supposed to be scared of you.
Bro, you know how long
It
they
made
wear
for an
makeup?
awkward moment.
It
You know
made
how
you
long they wear
remember.
makeup? They fell asleep, bro.
Yeah, but that's all they had to do. It's not like they were doing shit else.
It made you
What I-
remember what you was watching, right?
What I did
Yeah,
like
hey,
about that match
hey.
though is Allie. Her storyline is actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
She's
The whole-
switching up her
the-
whole character completely.
Yo,
and
The
I
angle,
think
and it's
that's awesome.
working.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
is.
working.
It is.
It's working.
Vic, what did you just say?
Bro,
It made
it's
you
reminiscent
remember
of
what the-
Chelsea Green, right?
Yeah.
That's not what I said.
No, that's not what you
That's
said.
not
What did
I
you
said.
say?
I said it made you remember what the fuck you was watching.
Son,
Yo,
son.
I mean,
At every step,
Ladies
throughout
and gentlemen.
the show, you remember that this had poor production. That this was not the E, and this was not competition. Yo, where the E excels, what the E lacks in ring products sometimes, it makes up
Not on
for
SmackDown.
in absolute
presentation.
absolute presentation and production. Where the
It's-
camera
it's
goes,
funny.
where the lighting is,
It's-
how the camera angles work.
It's funny that you bring that up though, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, it gives it a raw edge." No. Stupid. New Japan gives you that raw edge WCW kind of feel.
The edge of the table that doesn't
Because
break.
The edge of
they
the
still-
table.
Because they still do their camera work and everything else right in that company.
No.
Impact, it seems like they fucked up every single time.
Yeah, man. Son, so going to
They'll be going so well and then they'll fuck up.
they're like just awkward camera angles. It happened when I think Jordan Grace went out of the ring. Like there was like a weird camera angle there, and like the camera was never in the right place. Well, not never, but
You know-
there was a lot of times where the camera was not in the right place. And then going into just real quick, going into Eddie Edwards and Moose, right? So Eddie Edwards takes the W against Moose in what was a vicious, hardcore match. It was
Crazy,
fun. It was
crazy match.
dope. And there was a spot where Eddie jumps off of some shit.
At the balcony, right? On the
Yeah,
balcony.
off the
Yeah,
balcony.
yeah.
Thank you. Right off the
But
balcony.
it's mad dark.
But it's mad dark, yo. Like the E has those
You
things
thought
planned out.
ECW right
Nah,
away.
ECW was
No,
more
but
lit
ECW,
was
the
lit.
whole arena was lit.
was lit.
Yeah.
So you
it was
saw
lit.
everything.
because they knew they couldn't take those chances.
We gotta at
I
least
think-
let them
Those
watch.
I think
cafeteria
the
lights
last-
are on.
I think the last time I had a moment where I was like, what the fuck are they doing in terms of camera work and production for WWE was AJ Styles coming out for the Royal Rumble where they were focused on Roman Reigns the whole time.
Yeah,
Like,
that
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah.
like,
yo.
I wanted to see this motherfucker
Yeah.
debut.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
But
the
that was
E
to
is
build
not
the
without.
No, it's
But
not
that
without
was to
fault,
build
but I'm
up
saying.
suspense.
No. I think that was a genuine fuck up.
I think that was
Yeah.
a genuine fuck up. I do. But that was like, what, 2-3 years ago now?
They
Right.
literally posted it online. They had to post a different angle. of
They
it.
had to post another camera angle that they had in the back.
So Eddie Edwards moves right with a really, really, really good match.
Sammy Callahan.
Eddie Edwards match. No, Eddie Edwards' wife comes out with the kendo stick. Right, she
Right,
finally
right,
turns
right,
over.
right.
She helps him out. It was dope. It was dope. Just the poor production, right, of a false count anywhere. And then just last point, son, it's a false count anywhere match. It ends in the ring.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it.
What was
I
the
got
point?
it. Sammy Callahan, Willie Mack, do it.
was a good
it was
match.
okay. It was. I didn't really.
I mean,
I wasn't too
A lot of people
entertained.
didn't expect it to end in the ring, so I guess that was unexpected.
Sammy Callahan defeated him.
Simpletons.
Fair point. No nice thing.
Not one nice thing.
Yeah, Sammy Callahan,
He
Willie Mack.
wins. Drake
It was
defeats Abyss and Monsters Ball. Who
Yo,
was
Yo,
entertained?
that's
still a
spot,
beast,
bro. All I'm saying, I heard Monster Ball. I thought about Halle Berry.
That's
all I
right.
thought
Shout out to
about.
our IG
But-
post. I saw that.
You
I
saw that,
saw
right?
that.
'Cause I'm a dirty
Slick
mother-
boy.
I wonder who put that up.
Oh.
You missed.
Woo!
Too bad. Too bad we're only allowed a minute, right?
Yeah.
No
That's
nice
all I can
thing.
find for free.
but so the match had a lot of important parts, right? There was
Yeah.
like the thumbtack part. There was
Yo.
the whole Julianne.
And ladies and gentlemen,
I forgot her
let-
name.
Janice.
Julian?
I want
Janice,
to make
Janice.
sure we
Fuck
know
Janice.
that
Fuck
that's
Janice, yeah.
that's a legitimate bump.
Yo.
Like if you saw the man's face,
What, the thumbtacks?
Yeah.
That's always a major bump.
that's a major. That is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
fake.
He was like,
There's
"Oh
no way."
shit,
Yeah.
that shit was real."
And Ric Flair has talked about it. Randy Orton has talked about it.
But
Right.
Dean
Mick-
Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose,
Ambrose.
Mick
Chris
Foley,
Jericho,
Chris Jericho
was not
My
fond of it at all.
favorite part of that whole match, though, with that being said, right, was when Abyss kind of flips Drake
Oh,
out onto the two
you
tables.
know
and he
when
almost
Abyss almost died?
that is why. That is why.
Yo.
Because
Shout out to memes.
Because Abyss just took the
Memes
fucking
everywhere.
bump. Like, he was like, fuck
You know
it.
what? You know what Abyss
More
did?
than Drake.
You know what Abyss did? What Nia
Fall?
Jax didn't do versus Sasha Banks in the Hurricane Rana.
Yo,
We'll get to it.
get there.
I don't want to. We
We'll
gotta
get
go
there.
get to.
LAX defeated the Lucha Bros.
Yo,
Awesome.
Yo,
Awesome.
fucking fire match. Dude, yo, people.
Competition.
And
That's-
new
is that
match
in-
of the
is
year.
that in competition for the top 5 match of the weekend?
Year.
It is
Year.
yes, because it is probably match of the year candidate.
Okay.
Right
No
now.
bullshit.
Because
It's
it's
only
Wrestle
the-
Kingdom,
that's-
right? That's what
And
I'm
with
saying.
that being said,
Yo, right now that
Yo.
match was.
Twitter was split on that match, and I don't fucking see why. They were like, "Yo, it's a fucking
Simpletons.
all this choreographed circus fucking bullshit."
Nah.
Are you
It's the
fucking
same, it's the same
kidding
people
me?
that like the Young Bucks. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yo, get out of here! That match was fucking fire. With that being said, Pentagon, I've seen better days. For
Oh.
you. Yo, Pentagon hit all his spots,
Uh huh.
but he felt like he was walking through it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like there's a spot right where he's throwing Phoenix at him right out on the outside.
Okay.
So LAX is outside, right? One motherfucker sitting down, and the other dude's kind of standing up, like doing the fucking finishing,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And yo,
Shout out to Mortal Kombat.
Pentagon's like, yo, sit down. And he
I
sat
did
down.
peep that.
And he sat down.
I know what you're talking about.
And then there's another spot in the ring.
it
If
took,
I'm not mistaken,
it took
was,
too long to get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Is what happened.
But-
It took too
No,
long.
but
Production.
just that interaction, like that could have been Pentagon going bang, like with a punch,
Yeah,
and then
right,
he falls.
right, right,
Pentagon
right,
was just
right,
like, yo,
right.
sit real quick.
Yeah, yeah. It really, no, it looked like that.
And
Like
I
he
was
was
like,
telling
are
you.
you fucking kidding me?
He tried to sell it too, but no. It looked like, yo, sit down.
Yeah, he was like, yo, sit
So
down.
this is the part you sit down.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, like right before the Canadian Destroyer, was it the Canadian Destroyer? He did like
Wait,
a
he breaks the count. He breaks the pin and he catches
Yeah. Right before that, there was like a moment where he was just standing around. There was another part outside of the ring where he was just standing around. Oh, the finish of the match when Phoenix was getting pinned, he was kind of standing on the outside. So it was just like, what the fuck? I've seen better days, but the match is still match of the year.
Yo, match of the year
Oh,
right now,
amazing.
man. Yo,
For Impact, at least, for sure, for Impact.
For Impact,
I haven't seen a better match this year.
Alright, so
Anybody.
Valkyrie
What match
versus
have you seen that was better this year?
Blanchard.
This year?
Valkyrie
this year,
versus-
easily the Kenny Omega match was better than that.
Nah, man. No way.
100%. 100%. Dude, it had everything.
What?
It
What?
had great wrestling, and it had a great storyline.
But it had a predictable win, a predictable outcome.
Did you
Not
guys?
necessarily.
Did you guys
yeah,
think
it
that
did. Who didn't
Taya?
know Kenny was gonna lose that match?
Did
man?
you guys
A
think
lot
that
of people
Taya
did.
Valkyrie
A
winning
lot
the
of people are
title?
dumb then.
The Taya Valkyrie winning the title is predictable.
That was, I don't know, if
That
too
match was
predictable.
impressive.
I'd say.
it was a good match that was marred by like a shitty fucking ending, right? With like Gil Kim
Which
interfering
seems-
essentially.
It seems to be the theme for Impact. these
Oh.
days.
So the ending left a lot to be desired.
It was-
and at one point in the night, I forget if it was this match or the match before. You could see the fucking dude at the side with the cards, like showing them the time, the time cards and shit.
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, the production in
You
this
saw
show
Uncle Frank in the corner. Yo.
with the card, and he said, "Yo, you got 3 minutes left." And you're like, "Yo,
Thanks,
come
Uncle
on,
Frank.
man. What the fuck?" Yo, Uncle
Shout out
Frank.
to ECPW.
But it's not gonna be the last time we mention that though. Keep that in mind.
It's funny
Keep
though
going.
because even at Monster Factory, like when they had like 3 minutes left, they did it in such a slick way that we didn't realize.
Yeah,
You know,
honestly,
they had to wrap it up.
because Monster Factory just knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to Master Face.
Shout outs to
This weekend they
Valkyrie.
got a show.
Yeah, every week.
Well, shout outs to Valkyrie for getting the W, getting the title, right? And let's get to the motherfucking main event. But to her credit, right, Tessa and Valkyrie had a great match.
It was a good match.
But the
It was a good
ending was
match.
just, it left something to be desired. Johnny Morrison,
Mm.
Brian Cage coming out as the Terminator.
Yikes.
Man, what a fucking match. I
See-
thought the match was dope.
He more
Kenny
like,
Omega and Triple H did Terminator better though.
he more like
There's
Kano and
there's
Jackson.
things
Yeah.
there's things that Brian Cage is doing that I really wouldn't want to see a dude that size do. He does that.
uncomfortable,
He does the
right?
silly slide.
It's uncomfortable.
He does too much flipping. Like he's too big for that.
I
No,
love,
but
I
it
love the
works.
gorilla flip.
But
yeah,
it
looks-
doesn't-
it
looks
doesn't-
good.
No, not always. That
Nah,
slide looks stupid,
You
man.
dumb as hell.
That slide is like, ugh. He's
There's
too
parts
big
of
for that
it. There's
shit.
parts of it that.
There's one or two moves
But
he
it's
can
impressive.
take out
It's
of it.
impressive though.
No, don't get me wrong. That's
And it
impressive.
looks exactly like what.
Let's talk about the next segment, man. Strowman and Lesnar.
Dude, let me tell you something about that.
Brother,
I've
I am
never
pissed. I
in
am
my
pissed
life.
off. Strowman does not deserve to be the main guy.
as we saw in this very
Yo.
same.
How fucking bad was
What were
that?
you just saying before? I told you bring that point up against TNA with the whole the
production.
production shit.
Man,
You
so,
literally saw him reading off the fucking teleprompt.
No.
He's like this,
No.
like this.
No.
Nigga,
There was no
they-
teleprompter.
nah,
They were
nah,
trying to
nah,
get him to
they
cut a
know.
promo.
Well,
Yeah.
well, whatever the fuck he was reading from some shit,
He
and he
was
was like
trying
this,
to-
moving his lips, like stuttering on his right. Then he would fucking talk, like, dude, that shit was horrible,
Dude,
horrible.
there was
booking,
no
horrible.
script. They tried to see if he could go off the cuff, and he
He-
couldn't do it.
He was looking at something, and he's reading off something with his lips. He's like lipsticking some
He
shit.
was freaking out. That's
No,
what
no.
was happening.
I think he was
Freaking
freaking
out?
What
Yes.
teleprompter, yo? You've been there live. There's no teleprompter.
I know, but I'm just saying something. Somebody was giving him
No.
cues or some shit. 'Cause
No,
this
he-
nigga's like, yo, this
he
guy was
was-
like, yo, he was like,
My
moving
man.
his lips.
Hey, Booker, relax.
Hey, what?
This
Hey,
dude-
Booker, relax. Yeah.
This guy was freaking out
Yeah,
right
yeah,
in front
okay.
of us.
I took it like he was reading something, but I guess
There's nothing
yeah.
to read.
So take he was freaking out. Either way, it looked horrible,
My
man.
man
It was
said-
bad.
My man said Beastie Boy about fucking Brock Lesnar. What kind of fucking cornball are you?
That was bad.
You might as well bring up Lars Sullivan right now because you're obviously not ready for that position.
That shit looked like bad parenting. Brock Lesnar, you turn around right now and face me.
There's one point where he's like, "Oh, you gotta hide behind Paul Heyman." Paul Heyman's behind him.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Lag.
Watch
in
out with the
camera
wire.
And like they couldn't hear exactly what's happening in the ring.
Unplugged?
So that was happening, and
That don't work, though.
Braun Strowman just couldn't
You hear
live
the
up to the
static.
moment. He didn't. He didn't live up to the moment.
That just
So-
showed why Vince was going with Roman for so long. Because at least Roman could come up with a coherent fucking promo.
You know who can't come up with a coherent fucking promo? Alicia Fox. Shanti!
I like what Jinder did with the crowd though. That was dope.
Yeah, nah, he was funny. I'm talking shit. Like, I really liked the segment. I thought it was hilarious. I really liked him getting at the crowd. I think we need more heels that direct their attention at specific people in the crowd. Hey, you with the beard!
No,
no,
your-
not you!
your girlfriend.
Your girlfriend! That was amazing, yo! I was fucking dying.
That
I
was
loved it. I
funny.
thought it was great.
Look, there were good parts of this show. It was just if the bad parts were really fucking bad. Still.
Like
And they
Alexa
haven't
Bliss.
been able to change that. No, that was a really good segment.
I don't want to watch a fucking talk show, man. Like, do this shit backstage
Why?
or some shit. Like, why bring it out?
No.
You're
This
doing a
segment
talk
was
show?
Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't mind the talk
She
show.
looked like a
That
snack,
shit was
too.
whack. I thought it was whack, but then she comes out and she challenges. Well, Nia comes out and then butchers the whole shit with her
Yeah.
mic skills.
Nah, you know what? I disagree, actually.
Dude, this shit
And
was
this is hard
horrible.
for me to say. Nia Jax had the strongest mic skill of anybody on
No,
that stage.
hell no.
Yeah.
The only
No
person that
way.
made that entire
Yeah.
segment shine was Sasha Banks.
Okay, so Sasha Banks came out
Because she
and
said
then-
bitch, and she said it too many times. I
It's
think
not.
too.
It's not the way she. It's not. the
I
fact she
actually
said
no. I
it's
think
the way
Nia
she
said it after.
What line, bitch?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
that shit was fire.
That was dope.
was fire.
But then this girl
But
kept going.
that's it. That's all Sasha Banks really did, right? Nia Jax carried the moment, carried the segment until Sasha got there, and I thought actually her mic work was not that bad, right? She was being like this sarcastic heel. She was like showing a little personality. I actually, I can't stand Nia Jax on a regular basis, but I thought this was some of her stronger work. And then Sasha Banks came out and owned it, right? But their match was very cringy.
Yeah, it was.
So let's talk about it. The Hurricane Rana or the Hurricane Nada.
That was bad. It was bad because either way it wasn't supposed to go.
It was
That
just
way.
it was just bot city everywhere. I think people shot at for they said Sasha's landing was bad, and then I guess
No,
people wanted
this is
Nia
my
to take the
point.
bump.
This is my point because people are saying that was supposed to be the actual bump Nia on the apron, but the thing is, when you're doing a Hurricane Rana, right? When the person actually flips,
You
the
gotta
actual,
go.
when they sell, that momentum flattens the actual person that pulled off the move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And since Nia didn't flip over, that made her
and
land on her shoulder.
it altered the fall.
That wasn't the
Yeah.
way it's supposed to go. She was supposed
Yeah.
to flip over. It
Look,
was a simple
and
spot.
even if you tried
Well,
defending,
Yeah.
defending
Not simple,
her
but-
by saying, "Oh, she was trying to DDT her into the apron," she still fucked that up as well. Because
Oh shit, there's a bomb.
yeah, this
We about to blow up in
something
this
going on,
bitch.
man. Check that shit out.
Oh man, we're blowing up.
when does it turn into 24?
Slow, if we're about to blow up.
Oh shit,
There's two bombs.
there's two
There's two
bombs.
bombs in this bitch.
There's
Is
three
this an escape
behind.
room?
What is going on?
We
right
about to go ape shit in this
What
bitch.
the fuck is that? This is
Is
an
this-
escape room.
now? It feels like that.
Is this
Got
supposed to be
you.
on?
We're good?
Is this supposed to be on?
Nah,
It was on.
it's fine. It don't matter.
That's what
So,
No, but even if she was trying to do the DDT to the apron, she still fucked that up because she didn't move. Like, she went so slow into that move regardless of what she was trying to do. So she
Trying to
fucked
hit
up either way.
Agreed.
I'm trying to hit the community.
So,
That's
you
not
know,
gonna happen.
So- Fuck it.
fucking not exact, yo. She's got me botching my words right now.
How about
Shit.
Ambrose and Rollins though? Falls count anywhere. I thought that was a dope match.
Balls
Yeah.
didn't count anywhere. That is a fact. And, what the fuck is that?
Yo,
So-
JP, were you like humping the punching
Yo,
bag?
for real. It
JP
sounds
was
like
having a little adventure back there.
What
Meanwhile,
you doing, yo? Yo, he was behind you.
it.
Is all I'm saying.
Stroke in the bag, bro.
That's what she
Long
said.
and
Hey.
forever.
Wow. You need some
Okay.
personal time?
I mean, I'm saying.
Yo, could you stop?
So the main event was pretty dope. We've
Yeah.
seen it already many times before. It never fails.
We're
to
gonna
me.
give the fans what they want, something different. And here we are with the same fucking match.
It wasn't. It
Come
was a good
on.
match. It
You
was a
can't
good-
just
it was a
abruptly
good
end the
match.
feuds, though. That's not how it
No,
works.
okay, not too abruptly end the fuse, but how about you start some new ones so that some of the old
Okay.
ones
And
that
they
have
did
been
this.
going-
They did this at the end when Lashley comes and gives Seth his receipt for the beating from the
But
beginning
that's what,
of the
that's what
thing.
I'm saying. Like, there's little things that are planting seeds to new things coming
Yeah.
up. You just can't drop the feuds that you had after TLC, though. You still have to play those up. And 2 of those weeks were pre-recorded.
Yeah. So
So
You don't have to do anything but build up to WrestleMania.
no, you do.
This whole show, the first hour was pretty good.
The
next
first
2
hour of the
hours-
show was really good. I
Sometimes
enjoyed it.
maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
all the time
Caca.
But
shit.
you have to look at it from the point of where it's been. The last 3, 4, 5
No.
episodes of Raw were complete garbage.
No.
The first hour was pretty good this week.
No.
It's
First hour was
baby
pretty
steps. It's baby steps.
No.
No.
You know why I refuse to? Because 4 out of the 5 content product that is in this brand works. And this is the only one
Okay.
that's shit.
That's
Okay.
Hey,
Which
so
one's the
much-
one that's not
main
shit?
one.
So much
It's
so,
the main one.
so much so that we didn't mention Worlds Collide.
Hey.
Not yet, no.
So
we
there's
didn't.
gonna be a pay-per-view apparently.
NXT, NXT UK, and 205 Live going at it.
All
That
of
is
Triple
exciting.
H's
Babies.
babies.
Did you see this card?
What I was
Yo,
hoping
no,
for,
I have not seen the
Yo,
card.
so
The
like
card
it's
stat?
legitimate like stack like Adam Cole's gonna be in this battle royal. So let's talk about what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a 15-man battle royal.
Okay.
Winner of that battle royal gets to go into this tournament that's gonna take place that evening in the NXT Takeover.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, so that's exciting. Royal Rumble weekend. And you have talent like Adam Cole, the Velveteen Dream, Ricochet,
there's plenty of talent. You don't have to name them.
UK, you have Pete Dunne.
Oh, we got
No,
better
I'm sorry,
have
not
we
Pete Dunne, I'm sorry. You
I
have
think your
Tyler
boy
Breeze.
Velveteen Dream's gonna be a part of that,
Velveteen Dream's gonna be in
right?
it, Tyler
Yeah, he's
Brait, Corbin. You're gonna have also from
Zach
205,
Gibson,
Cedric
Jordan Delvin.
Alexander.
You said Corbin?
Jordan Devlin,
Jack Corbin. Jack
Oh.
Corbin. Sorry.
Zach Gibson's gonna be part
Zach
of it.
Gibson.
Humberto Carrillo,
Yes.
Tony
Look,
Nese,
Tony
Drew
Nese,
Gulak, TJP, the
that-
best
that
wrestler in the
JP
world.
motherfucker. Shut
Asper Ricky
up.
Cortez. Asper Ricky Cortez.
Hey,
Look.
he's 5.
This is gonna be a great pay per view, but I really, when they say Worlds Collide, I really was kind of hoping it would be NXT, NXT UK versus the main roster. I think that would have been even cooler.
I see what you did there.
And I think those are more so 2 different worlds than these.
Yeah, you're right. But to be fair, they can't do that
No, I know.
because
I know.
when you go to the main roster, you got to take your L's.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You can't have a
No,
pay-per-view.
look, I'm
I
saying
think Cedric
if
gonna
it
wash
was
everybody in that shit, man.
Think so?
Stupid.
I would hope so.
Stupid.
Nah.
Cedric, or
think
maybe not
NXT goes
Ricochet.
over.
Ricochet's a
NXT goes over.
NXT? No, I think.
Unless they want to give some
I
shot
think,
to
yeah, I
UK.
think everybody. I
Yeah,
think they're gonna
there's gonna
split
be a
the show.
fair share of.
Yeah, I think they're gonna split the show. I think
But it's a
205
battle
will
royal.
win.
But it's just battle royal.
It's just a battle royal.
Yeah, it's a battle royal that's happening at 8 in the morning.
Oh, I thought there were matches to it.
No.
No, it's just the battle royal.
15-man
Winner goes
battle
in the
royal.
tournament.
Winner goes into the tournament. That's gonna happen at Takeover.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I missed.
So you gotta push over one talent. I mean,
Alright.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
looks like a good
all you need
idea.
to do is have a strong showing, and I think everybody will have a
I
strong
think it'll
showing.
be strong.
You know what's
I
a
think
strong
it'll be-
showing though? SmackDown. Let's run it real quick.
Yo,
Yeah.
how about the opening?
SmackDown has been
Yo.
consistently the best show that's not on the network.
So Daniel Bryan starts throwing food at fans, and he gets pissed, starts throwing some AJ jabs.
I'm losing.
How about he gets pissed and starts throwing hot dogs and drinks?
Dude,
Yo,
I
that was
thought
amazing.
Yo,
I
he
thought-
smacked the shit out that
You
guy
know-
with the fucking hot dog.
but this is
Yeah,
one
those
of those
are wrestlers,
instances.
by the
Those
way.
are the wrestlers, yeah.
This is one of those instances where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna give you new stuff," and this is something I have never seen before.
Yeah.
This is true.
Like,
Even though Danny almost fucked it up.
he stumbled a little bit, but it was not bad. It was
you
good.
know what
It was good.
man? The holding the hot dog and throwing it, and the soda.
think he got
He
it.
started to throw it. It was shaking.
but I think
You
he-
see him going twitching and
You
shit
know,
as soon
what
as
I
he
really
grabs
think
the
it was,
motherfucker.
he saw the girl next to the guy with the
Yeah.
white pants.
Yeah.
He was like, "Fuck, yo, I don't want to fuck with those pants."
I'm too eco-friendly,
You know what I mean?
motherfucker.
Yeah.
That shit's gonna stay.
Nah, but I appreciated that they tried a couple new things in the opening
Yeah.
segments.
Oh, you mean something that Raw is capable of doing?
I mean, no, but Raw in the beginning of Raw was something that we haven't seen, so
Yeah, because it can happen all the time, but it doesn't.
no.
They
Well-
do the same
But
thing.
at least they tried.
But SmackDown
man.
successfully completed a tag
That's
match
like
to
that's
open
like
the show.
giving credit to somebody that didn't cheat.
Rey
like-
Mysterio and Mustafa Ali versus Cien Amas and Samoa Joe.
Fire.
Awesome
Fuego,
match.
fuego,
Awesome
fuego.
match.
Fire.
And my man's
Yo.
Amas got the win
Yo.
over Rey.
Yo,
El
Magic.
Ídolo.
And hold up,
Magic.
where's all those people on Twitter people? I want to know.
but it's IG, but yeah.
No, because Twitter people.
What up,
tweeted out the
IG?
link. I tweeted out the
IG?
link.
Nah, you right. I just fucking around.
Where are all those people that told me that Almas was getting buried every
Nah.
week? Every week
Nah.
they're getting buried.
Patience,
Nah.
Shut the
patience,
fuck up.
He's
Get
getting
out of
pushed,
here.
He
just like
just-
Mustafa
yeah.
Ali right now.
He just clean pinned a legend.
patience.
Yeah.
Off a
Dude.
Canadian Destroyer?
Look,
Oh my god.
the first one
Uniquely.
on the
Yeah.
The E, first one on the E, yo.
He did a headstand.
Not only that, but
Destroyer.
he
That's just
also
fire.
interrupted the 619.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He intercepted it.
Yeah.
Haven't
This
seen that
dude-
happen in a long time.
That's on some
He was
like
getting a push.
Rams defense shit.
And it's a little like the snack.
And we're gonna stop there. Look,
Black Bass.
everyone was saying because he was losing, he's getting buried on the card.
Nah.
What's happening? No, that's how NXT superstars should be.
Yeah.
They're rookies. They're not supposed to be good right off the bat. There should be an occasional, one-off where someone wins a big match here and there. But if you're coming from NXT, you should be expected to lose.
If they're pushed like they're working,
I
bro,
agree.
it never hurts.
How about Rusev showing a little bit of his soft side?
Yeah.
I thought that was dope. I
It
thought
was
it was.
my
I thought he was
Apparently,
funny.
apparently
He's
there was
so
an
charismatic.
announcement happening. And there was a poll going on. Is it that Lana's pregnant or is it that they're adopting a pet?
Maybe she's preggo.
There's a big announcement.
Maybe
happening.
that's the injury.
Maybe they're adopting the
Hey, maybe. Because I know Nakamura doesn't want to blame for it.
He's
So-
adopting Aiden English.
So the grass isn't always
He said you're
greener.
adopting Aiden English.
Who said that?
This motherfucker right here.
That's pretty clever.
SmackDown pulls out their Raw card and they
Hey.
give us the Bar and the Usos.
Trust-
In what was a dope motherfucking tag
But
match.
see,
Again.
you can't even say,
Again.
a Raw.
Yeah.
No, because he actually did it the right way.
Yeah.
SmackDown
It
does
just
this all
works.
the time.
I mean by
Like,
repetitiveness. We've seen this again a
But
million
SmackDown
times.
does this all
But
the time and it always
what
works.
It does work for
sprinkle-
SmackDown.
But you're missing a very important point. What did they sprinkle into this match?
A
That
golden
made it
shower.
look- Oh my God.
I think that's what we sprinkled.
Oh my God. You have Mandy Rose come out of her
No,
towel.
Shout out to Lifetime.
Oh,
Those nice
thing.
You have
things.
Mandy Rose come out of her towel and asking
what?
Jey Uso if she had left her, her wardrobe in his hotel room.
Hey,
Look,
I
man.
got the bar, the W, so.
You know,
I'm
I'm
talking
gonna
about
I'm gonna
heat.
put it out there. My man's Corey Graves was feeling some type of way about that. He was a little jealous about that.
You know what I liked, yo?
Fuck him.
I like that the Miz got booted in his face for
That shit was
such
hilarious.
atrociousness, wanting a chance at the tag titles with fucking Shane McMahon. But
Oh,
thank
but they're
God
gonna get it.
they are
But
probably.
is this.
But he got kicked in the face.
So this is where Shane does his turn?
Oh, maybe.
So then Shane versus Miz at WrestleMania.
I like it.
I think what
Oh
happens
no,
is
we got Fastlane and Elimination
Yeah.
Chamber. I
I
forgot.
think what happens is Shane
We still
screws
get-
over
we
the
still
Miz.
get
Brian,
Miz
Miz.
and Brian.
Miz.
I think Miz and Brian, Shane screws over the Miz.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Shane special
I think,
guest?
I think DB might be
Special
losing
referee?
his championship
Yeah.
before Mania.
And he screws them.
What's that?
What?
I think DB might be losing the championship before Mania.
You think so? To who?
Yeah.
AJ?
Yeah,
Nah,
Again? Like he's gonna
Yeah.
go back?
I think so.
Why? Cause that new shit that they make, AJ, the real AJ Styles,
Yeah.
come. Why are they
Just
doing
remember,
that?
guys. Just remember,
I
the
don't
winner
see
of the
AJ in the
Royal
Rumble.
Rumble could go for the SmackDown title. We
Nah,
had it
but-
last year.
But
It's still up in the air
but
right
it's
now.
still
I think
be the
It's
case.
still up
I
in the
still see
air.
Rollins winning this and going after Lesnar.
Lesnar, right? That's what they're saying too. Yeah.
But
Or
that's
Drew
why
McIntyre.
I see AJ going in with the strap. at,
Yeah, I
Mania.
I think Raw is gonna win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, so do
I mean, usually it alternates, right? But
Nah, I think it's gonna be Raw. I think you're
well,
wrong.
last
need
year
it.
it didn't actually.
SmackDown won last
Yeah,
year.
SmackDown won both. Asuka and Shinsuke.
I
Japan.
mean, like year to year.
Japan won all the Rumbles last year.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Becky Mella, Charlotte.
That match was awesome.
That was
And Carmella
Everywhere.
really upped her game.
So
bro.
throughout the
Reminds
night,
me of
like
The Miz.
everybody cut like a promo or whatever.
Hers was
Charlotte
dope.
cut hers. Yo, Carmella did her thing. She's like, yo, you guys think I'm the third wheel?
Guys, this is very reminiscent of the Miz versus Finn and Seth
Yeah.
in WrestleMania. Right?
But to me this is more significant because the women's division on SmackDown, they've got it. Like they know what they're doing.
oh
They
yeah.
all want the strap.
Oh yeah.
I mean, pause. But it doesn't seem like Raw wants the same thing, especially when you have a champion who doesn't know what she is. Is she a heel or a face?
She doesn't know,
She doesn't know,
but we don't know.
and we
But
still
we
don't
like
know.
it.
I don't know about that. I'm not too
We
fond
like
of her
it.
as champion.
Well, we found out Becky's going to the
I think
Rumble.
she's whack.
I thought you were talking
Um,
about Asuka, bro. We're on SmackDown.
And I guess we can talk about that match in further week later on when we do the predictions show for the Rumble match.
Yeah. So.
Are we wrapping things up, guys? Or are we gonna touch on something real quick that?
Nah.
Are we gonna touch something real
There's
quick?
one
Nah,
topic that
I'm
we've
not
been
touching
dipping and dodging.
Yeah,
So we've
we
got at
kinda
least-
just like
I
I kind of
Priscilla Kelly.
Hey!
Let me
Girl!
tell you
You
something.
mean
Girl!
classic
I'll talk to you guys next
contestant?
week.
Let me tell you
Girl.
something about that Mean Gene.
I'll see you guys next week.
Well,
I'm
listen. Priscilla Kelly.
Priscilla effing Kelly.
She came out.
Hey.
She made a motherfucking name for herself.
Oh yes, she did.
She proceeded to pull out a worked tampon, a worked
Yes.
bloody tampon.
Let-
Now, work is a very important word in,
very
In
important.
wrestling.
in wrestling in general, but in this moment specifically,
Yeah.
because she came out, she pulled out a worked tampon that was full of blood, and she put it in her opponent's mouth in what was the
Cringing.
grossest moment of the week and
Yeah.
probably the
Cringing.
year
Yeah,
2019.
honestly.
People were like going nuts about it, right? Velvet Sky was like, I'm disgusted, and people were just talking shit. Tommy Dreamer, who's like a fucking hero.
You knew he
of
was
mine.
gonna be for
And
it.
he was like, yo, like she entertained, and that's what
Yeah.
people pay for.
Yeah.
Priscilla Kelly, congratulations. Yo, you took charge of your character.
Mm,
You
you
did
snapped.
something out of pocket, and you got people talking. That is what the fuck you do. That is the point of this whole shit. Get people to say, oh, damn.
Evoke emotion, right?
Yo,
And let's forget, this happened at a bar, right? This is an independent show that is not your quintessential ring show, right? This is at a bar, 21 and over.
She goes to
It's
say
not live filmed. It's not on live TV. This is a.
it's
an
not
independent
expected to be
show. The
filmed.
video we saw was from somebody's camera phone, right?
Right.
So, yeah, that's cool. And you know what? It's happened in wrestling time and time again. There's been many gross things that have occurred. This definitely teeters that line of oof, right? But I'm with it. I thought it was so powerful for her to do that. I would have loved to see her do that against a male opponent. Imagine the backlash
That's a
that would have
bit-
gotten. Because you know what?
damn,
Women get
listen.
shamed for that.
yo.
All throughout history. And nothing wrong with that. It's natural.
So,
For me, it was like she was empowering herself.
so
Right?
what we're going to talk about, right, is some of the grossest moments that just off the top that we could think of.
Of course.
Right, just real quick. But how looking forward? Like, aren't you looking forward to a match with her and Joey Ryan?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Like, I would love
Yes.
a match
So,
with her.
Yes.
and
so
Joey
how is
Ryan.
that blow pop any different?
Right?
Listen,
He
right
pulls
now,
a blow pop
right
out
now,
of his trunks and puts it in a crowd member's mouth.
in
And,
the Indies,
and that's
in
a
the-
worked blow pop, but just so you know, it's touching his penis.
right, right, right.
And, at
And
least
we
through
know
a
people that's
layer.
tasted that lollipop. So
Queen of the
hey,
ring.
shout to the-
No
no nice things.
Wow,
Anyway,
not a single one.
listen, that's probably a big match to make right now. In the Indies that we live in today, man,
Oh,
they
yeah.
trying to book that right now.
You know where they're gonna
I
book
think
that?
Joey Ryan's still hurt.
That's
right?
gonna get booked.
You know where they're gonna book that? AEW.
Hey,
Tubby.
hey, with the penis druids, I'm down.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised, man, right now.
So let's talk about these moments. Some of the most disgusting moments that we've been able to witness throughout wrestling history. And I'll give you one right now. Priscilla Kelly this weekend.
End of show. End of discussion.
Thanks for
Hands
coming, guys.
down.
Good night.
It's over. Knocked it out the park.
How about when Vince McMahon had people kiss his bare ass?
Oh, my God.
His bare ass.
Word.
How about? Well, he took some shame too, man. He had shit dumped on him.
Yeah, on
Actual-
stage.
Was
On
it
the Spirit
actual
Squad.
shit? But like, I
Yeah,
hope it
it
wasn't
definitely
actual
I think
shit.
it was
It
Manor.
definitely wasn't.
I hope it wasn't.
Manor,
But then
like
again-
some
And what is
chocolate milk.
manure?
But this
JP?
is shit. But
Some
the-
chocolate milk.
You
And
know
now-
what I'm talking about?
now
Or
tell
you
me
think it's like
something.
cow shit.
Now tell me something. Y'all bitching and moaning about some
Y'all was a
work
lot of
bloody tampon when people they're squeamish about shit.
Yeah.
Worked shit on live television. And it was premeditated.
And that wasn't the only time she
like-
was
Fam,
used.
You're really like walking past that like it's nothing.
That wasn't.
It's worked shit.
It's
No,
worked
it's
shit.
worked shit.
It's worked shit.
Yeah. But
So
it's not the first
that's
time
not gonna
they
make,
used it.
and it's not
Vin-
first or second or
You had
third.
Vince
Like, come
McMahon,
on,
you had Eddie Guerrero, Blasty,
Ziggler,
you had Ziggler,
and my boo,
you had Trish Stratus.
Trish. Oh my
They
god,
covered this shit, right?
like.
So it's happened.
So why
Not
we
only was
getting
shit, you also
carried
had
away?
vomiting.
Why we getting carried away? Vomiting.
Draws.
Draws, that
Puke.
was his whole gimmick. That
His
was
gimmick
his
was
shtick,
puke.
right?
Yeah, actual vomit.
Tommy
on
Dreamer
TV.
ate
You had
anything.
Ultimate Warrior, when Papa Shango put the spell on
Oh,
him.
the
How-
worms. How about worms in people's
How about they actually?
No, not Papa Shango, that's
How-
Boogeyman.
How about they actually
Boogeyman.
work?
You said Papa Shango. It just triggered
How about they
me.
actually work the miscarriage? Terry Reynolds when she
Oh
faked one.
my god.
about-
No, fuck
how
you.
about they
how about when
worked
they
up-
kick punt the baby? There was an episode
That wasn't his fault. That
when
wasn't his fault.
Snitsky came out with the doll
Oh
after
my
she
God,
miscarried.
Snitsky.
That wasn't Snitsky's fault.
And this is Lita.
How
This
about
is Lita versus and Kane. When Lita was supposed to have Kane's
yeah,
baby.
yeah,
a
yeah.
number one moment? How about when an 80-year-old Mae Young
Oh my god.
gave birth to a hand on live TV?
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean?
does that
she
even
gave
mean?
birth to a placenta-covered hand by emergency services who couldn't get her to the hospital because she was just giving birth.
How
on
do I
Raw.
tell? How do I
And it
tell?
was Mark Henry's.
How do I tell my
child.
son that got there? Like, how
Word.
the fuck? What am I
How
supposed
about,
to?
how about Shawn Michaels getting a drug test in the ring and throwing the cup, the tippy cup on Vince McMahon? Like, yo, I just saw a gif of Taya
gif?
a gif of Taya Valkyrie,
Shout out to Peanut Butter.
another wrestler, spitting her face on a show that she did.
Yo,
Like, these things.
How
Wow.
about
back
Tommy
then, good thing
Dreamer?
you think he made that great point. Back in the '90s, that was the gross thing.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels spitting in
How
Bret
about
Hart's
Tommy
face,
Dreamer
vice versa.
spitting
Vince
in
McMahon's
Eddie
face.
Edwards' mouth?
Yo,
Yeah.
oh god.
Right?
How about
Yeah.
fucking Wildwood? I mean, how about Eddie Edwards and fucking Eddie Edwards?
Oh no! No, that's
Oh, how about
Yeah.
how about fucking how about Katie fucking Vick? That was some sick shit, man. If you really think about it, I mean, he's worked and all that shit. The whole Triple H with Kane angle where he raped the girl and then I guess he died and all that.
more shocking. Yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah.
had sex with a dead corpse.
But think about gross
Oh
shit. Right?
yeah.
Think about Mankind. Mankind used to do the mandible claw and bring out Mr. Sacco
From his
this
crotch.
dirty ass Sacco from his crotch.
Ugh.
Right?
God.
You had the Nasty Boys. One of the moves they do, they put the head of the opponent in their armpit. And they fucking rub it in there. And they were called the Nasty Boys.
No, but
The Bushwhackers.
the bushwhackers used to lick your face.
Used to lick your face and shit.
Yeah, but that's gross for them.
You had
But,
Bastion Booger. His name was
Didn't
Bastion
George the Animal
Booger.
Steel like bite people and shit?
Yeah.
Yo, son, this
the-
is this.
There's a lot of
history.
shit. There's a lot of histories.
The Dumpster Drosy.
We can't.
right?
The Gangrel used to
How
dump
about
blood
Ta-
on people.
How about Tommy Dreamer drinking fucking tobacco spit? Undertaker's
Oh,
tobacco spit.
damn.
Alright, that's
I
that's
really
a
forgot
lot.
about
That's a
that.
lot. That's a lot.
I knew somebody that accidentally drank some
Ugh.
of this tobacco.
And that happens often at parties when you're
Yeah.
not aware of what's going on.
Well, point being, you can't really attack this
That
girl.
sounds very
At least not her.
rural.
It was a
you
work
can't.
party.
You can't attack her personally. Like,
No.
Road Dogg even apologized for it. But hey, people, the internet gets carried
Yeah,
away
Road
with
Dogg
this
came
shit.
out here like motherfuckers
It
didn't
was-
come out
you
here
know
and
what?
talk about sausage.
Yeah, but he
It was
apologized. He
interesting
apologized.
because Taz on the show mentioned the fact that
Who?
Taz.
Who?
Doesn't matter. Shout out to
I do
today-
not see him on the
Shout out-
SmackDown 1000.
Shout out to
Oh, he wasn't on
today.
that?
Taz
It's not on
winning
here.
winning officially the ECW Heavyweight Championship tonight. It's been a few years since that, but versus Shane Douglas, the franchise.
A few years.
Yeah, 99. Actually, it's
That
been
shit
20
was
years.
20 years ago,
Been
yo.
20 years.
Shit was
I'll
20
post that
years.
later.
Motherfuckers old out here.
But yo, he said he didn't like the spot. He thought it was a little across the line, but he loved it because he understood the purpose, and he understands that
It did
wrestling
what it
is
was
an
supposed
art,
to do.
right? And we're supposed to evoke emotion, get heat, and it's a work, and it got heat. And right now, everybody's talking about her.
And you're entertained.
And
Yo,
you're
because that shit
entertained.
was entertaining.
That shit was everywhere.
I was like, oh shit, I
Right.
don't want to see it, but what the fuck just happened?
There are so many
Let me see it
shows
again.
that are talking about this throughout this week.
All those whack podcasts.
Congratulations.
You played yourself.
To play this up.
No, that's how Honey 7 shit.
That's all the time we have for you folks this week.
Oh, man.
You're welcome.
You welcome. You very fucking welcome. Thanks for joining us live. For those who did,
Subscribe.
We know it was a treat for you.
Shout out
we
to Pretty
still
Chubby
don't
Franco.
care where you got your fix from this week.
Shout out to
YouTube,
Old School Joe.
don't forget to
Yes,
hit
sir.
that 5-star on us on iTunes
Rate.
and subscribe,
Come to
rate,
our event.
and
Oh, the event.
please show up to our
Did we mention that already?
I made a quick
My
note,
bad.
but-
You mean the event at Rocco's?
something like that.
Rocco's?
443
Rockefellers,
Patterson
man.
Avenue,
Rockefellers.
East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Somewhere around
Right.
Like I
there.
said, Rocco.
Oh, isn't that near WrestleMania we're gonna be at?
Oh, WrestleMania.
Something right by
Oh,
there.
If you are even thinking about going to WrestleMania, if that's even a possibility, if you're in the area, if you're going to be around,
Shit, if you're just going to the tailgate.
we will be at the tailgate giving shit away.
Yo, for free, man.
Free for fry, hibbity hobbity. That's what we get.
Hey!
Obvious.
Hey, wait, where my pants?
Wear your pants, dude. We
Yo.
gonna be giving away JP Savage's pants.
Oh!
No, we're not.
No, not.
You don't want that.
Those are tailored.
Get your fix where you can get it. We're on Spotify. We're on SoundCloud.
Hey.
We're on Stitcher. We're on
Hey.
Burner.
Catch
Hey.
us every week live on Wednesdays,
We're on
folks.
Grindr.
Going
No,
forward.
we're not.
Hey.
We're not old school.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with that though.
No,
No, no.
But
Just
10
not-
count to 10 toe. We see y'all next week.
Shout out Sunny Kiss.
Peace. The rap.
One little piece that we got to do.
You gotta turn everything off.
We over here.